While we believe that the average person is a decent human being, when it comes to dating, there are people out there that won't hesitate to use and abuse you. 1 in 6 men have experienced emotional abuse from their partners at least once since the age of 15. Both men and women use emotional manipulation to get what they want. A majority of women are nice and kind individuals that hold no malice against you, but there are some that will tear you down. So if you want to keep your peace of mind, we'll tell you what exactly these tricks are and make sure you don't fall for them. Here are 6 mind-blowing tricks women use on men. Number 6. Playing hard to get. Sometimes women can play hard to get to increase their chances of being with you. She knows that you like her, and she knows that she likes you, but she's still not going to be straightforward with it, and instead play hard to get. The second you try to take the relationship to the next level, she decides to pull out the carpet from under you and goes away. This can be extremely frustrating to deal with, as you just want to be straightforward in what you want and hope that she does the same. But instead, she decides to disrespect your time and efforts by pulling this trick. Some women like to be chased, and they do this to keep the chase going. She could even be buying time to keep her options open and pick the man she really wants, which may sound like a very unfair thing to do, but commitment can be hard for some people, especially women who are focusing on long-term relationships. The best you can do is show her that you're the best choice among all of her options, that there's no need to stop and think when you're all that she needs. Her playing hard to get can be a good thing too. It may be a sign that she's really into you and is just scared of something good happening in her life. But on the other hand, it's also entirely possible that there's no trick to be had and she just isn't interested in you. Claiming to know how someone feels can be a very naive thing to do, so it's best to communicate with her properly and know what's going on in her mind instead of relying on guessing games. Be the bigger person in this situation. Number 5. The silent treatment. This has happened to all of us in one way or another. One day you both are texting and flirting, meeting up and hanging out. Everything seems great, and it feels like this could go on forever. But then, she starts to reply later and later. The conversations get drier, the vibes get duller, plans fall apart, schedules clash, and it looks like things are going downhill. You reach a point where she stops talking to you almost completely, and you can't help but start panicking as to why this is happening. Did I do something wrong? Was it something I said? Was I wrong about her? It's reasonable to think you might have done something wrong. After all, a good person takes responsibility for their faults and owns up to them. But people will take advantage of this personality trait for their own good. This is known as the withdrawal method. She's using this tactic to get you to be clingy to her, to crave her affection. This type of emotional manipulation preys on your fear of abandonment and rejection. Don't let it get to you. Most of the time, the fault is not with you. She just wants something from you. If you've tried to talk to her in a mature way and she's still cold turkey, it may be time to move on and find someone else. Dealing with someone like that is not worth your time. You're better off finding someone that values your love and attention, that doesn't resort to mind games and petty manipulation. Number 4. Mirroring. This is a scary tactic that's used by narcissists and sociopaths, people that you should definitely avoid getting close to. But unfortunately, it can be hard to identify, especially when your brain is too busy giving you that good dopamine rush when talking to attractive women. Guys, look out for this, especially at the start of a relationship. What happens in mirroring is that the woman will start analyzing you. This could be through observation, or she may even ask questions from you. Questions like, what type of women do you like? They'll ask these sorts of questions before you even get to know them as friends, so that they can get an idea of what you need romantically. If you like excitement, she'll be adventurous. If you want honesty, she'll be an open book. She'll tweak her personality, her looks, her body language, her verbal and physical habits, everything, just to present the perfect person for you to be with. It may sound like she's so into you that she's willing to go through these hoops just to be with you, but it's not genuine. She's like a chameleon that's changing her colors to fool you and get what she wants. It isn't her true self. She's just using you as a means to an end. All of this is so she can bring your guard down and get you when you least expect it. But now that you know about it, you can see it coming. If a woman starts molding herself according to your interests, it's time to start being a little suspicious. Number 3. Guilt tripping. We all know about this, and sadly, we've encountered it more than once or twice in our lives, either from friends and family or your romantic partner. Guilt tripping is a trick used by people that revolves around making you feel bad about something that's not really your fault. The women who use this trick are either emotionally immature and don't really know what they're doing, or they know exactly what they're up to, and that's precisely why they do it. The second case is much more terrifying than the first one, as you might be dealing with a narcissist or a sociopath, rather than someone that's bad at expressing how they feel. Guilt trippers will use your feelings of guilt to get what they want. Some women will bring up mistakes you made in the past, or talk about how much they've sacrificed for you. For example, you both decide on a place and time for your date, but you have to cancel because something came up at work. A woman using this trick will say how she's always managed to free up space in her schedule for you, but you can't even bother to do the same. Saying something like that is a major red flag, and it's a sign that the woman you're with isn't understanding enough. It's one thing to communicate your displeasure about plans being canceled in a mature manner. It's another thing to imply that your partner doesn't care about you at all. The right woman will understand your struggles and where you're coming from, even if she's upset about the situation. And obviously, you'll be doing the same. But if the girl you're with won't even do you the courtesy of giving you the benefit of the doubt, it's time for a serious talk. Number 2. Gaslighting. This is one of the worst tricks someone can pull on you, especially a girl you're in a relationship with. Have you ever felt the feeling of something not being right in a relationship? Your girl is being distant. She's giving you excuses and is acting strange. And then, when you try to ask her what's wrong, she'll pretend that everything is fine and nothing's out of the ordinary. If you try to insist any more, she'll flip the tables on you and say that you're the weird one for even asking, accusing you of overthinking and being insecure. Being the reasonable person you are, you'll apologize and demand forgiveness for even implying anything like that, giving in to exactly what she wants: obedience. And that is just one example of what gaslighting is. It's a powerful trick that women use to keep men wrapped around their fingers, or to get away with stuff normal people wouldn't stand for, like cheating on you or abusing you. She'll tell you lies and warp your reality, make you think you're dumb and stupid, dismiss your feelings and disregard your emotions. Don't blame yourself. Stand your ground. Talk to a friend and get another view on this. It's easy to lose your sense of perspective with everything going on, and when you know for sure you're being manipulated, it's time to let go. Number 1. Fake compliments. It's no lie that most men love female attention. Some men will go so far as to throw away their dignity and self-worth just for some female validation. They'll put up with crazy demands or abusive behavior just to feel good about themselves. And women know this. But while most choose to only give out genuine compliments with no ulterior motives, some take advantage of this fact and abuse it. Girls will try to take advantage of you by lying to you and showering you with fake compliments. You have to be able to tell the difference between what's real and what's fake. If someone you barely know is being overly nice to you, you have to be a little suspicious of that. Be humble. And don't assume that a barrage of compliments coming from this girl you met 5 minutes ago is authentic. She might want something from you, like a free meal or your money. Or maybe she's doing it to make her boyfriend jealous. Be skeptical, but don't jump to conclusions. Take a little bit of time to read the situation and plan your next move. After all, some girls prefer a more direct approach when they want to be with a guy they like. While something like that is rare, it's not impossible. Let us know in the comments if there are any other tricks your fellow men should know to avoid. And subscribe for more helpful advice in the future.